Kings of Rugby have bludgeoned their way into Division 3, ruthlessly destroying all comers for the previous seasons. Today, they kick their season off, their first of 10 matches up against Strings Club Ionics. Hello everyone and welcome on to Cornflakes Trivia, home of Rugby 18 and the Kings of Rugby career, where we are cracking in to season in Division 3. The team you see on screen here is no different. The money a little bit too tight, and I think our squad is so much better than we can really afford. So we've stuck with it, and we will be loaning players in and out throughout the season. We are quickly into the action, and it is Scott Williams who takes the football down for the first time in the match. And the Kings Rugby in the grey up against Ionics in the red. And we have advantage with the way the Kings very straight away, very early on. There's a great tackle there on Danny Kerr. Finds him crumbling to the ground. Oh, Ionics there losing the tackler. And here comes Matt Banahan. And Benami with a great run there as well. Kerr away to Campagnaro. Goes forward a good 5 meters, or being driven backwards 5 after that. Short pass away to Scott Williams. And the Kings of Rugby looking to start off on the front foot. Great run there for Kandoisa.
Ball's free.
The Argentinian getting some hard yards early on. Here is a runaway from Matt Banahan. And Banahan's behind. Banahan running for the corner. Can he link up out wide? Will he need to link up? I don't think he will. Banahan all the way. Matt Banahan try. He had so much work to do, Matt Banahan. And he left them all in his wake. The big winger puts down the first try, Division 3. Great speed show and great power. And then he knew his way to the try line as the defence converged from all angles. Matt Banahan holds tight and scores the opening try. He only beat one tackle. That's all he needed for the space and the power. Led him the rest of the way with his speed. Great tackle at the end, but he had just enough reach to get over the line. Matt Banahan scores first try of the season in Division 3. And of course, Daniel Carter, who we haven't even said his name yet, will be lining up the shot at goal. Has he learned to use his? No, he hasn't. I almost thought for a second there he was going to use the left foot, but no, he sticks with the right. As difficult as it is to watch, Dan Carter sends it over the line. Flag kickoff away, and fielding it down there is Rico Ioane. His first touch. Oh, what a fantastic tackle on Rico Ioane. And Danny Kerr hacks us away, box kick from the scrum half and leading the charge. Oh, it's Carter. And a good run back there from the Ionics players. They lose it straight away. That's all the Kings of Rugby at the moment. They are devastating out wide. Scott Williams all the way alone now. He breaks through, looking to signal out wide. A little grubber kick for the corner. Scott Williams, he could score it all. He does. Confusion. Body parts are all over the place, but Scott Williams scores an absolute cracker. Celebration all round for the Kings. How about this party starter? Scott Williams all alone. Oh, what an awkward little grubber. The ball sits up and slides. He's out. He's out. He's out for everything, but the referee has given the try. Great pickup though, you've got to give him credit. This was so ugly. Oh, that was so awkward. It was a great little grubber that held up fantastically. But you've got to say he's out some part of it there. Referee awards the try, and the Kings go up 12-0 against Ionics. A devastating season last year. They destroyed everyone. And this one, Division 3 is a little bit more difficult. We've got a few good sides in this division, but the Kings off to a flying start. Here is Carter, left side, and just slithers to the left. Good kick from Carter, but not good enough to grab the extra 2, and the lead remains at just 12-0. Here's Ioane away to Kandoisa. Just about busts away. Pick and go here from Danny Kerr. Oh, he streaks away from one and passes to Scott Williams, a try scorer, who comes up against the opposition hooker, and he throws him away like a piece of garbage. And Banabi offloads as well. It's for Kondo Isa. He's through once more. Almost up to halfway goes Isa. Kerr to Carter. Intercepted ball. And Antonio missed out. Another intercept. Back now to the Kings. Isa still going for Kondo Isa. Back inside of Manami. Back to Isa. And the forwards having fun here as no one's really well. Here is Kerr. He was a wee way away from the play there and he had to make something work. It's back to Scott Higginbotham, who runs away from one defender. And the Kings continue to attack. There's advantage here. Offside is the call against Dionyx. Now they'll run it, and Banabi does very well. Quick enough for a hooker, and Banabi looks out wide, but intercepted, and Matt Banahan takes no prisoner there. As they're not going offside, but they've gone straight through. The advantage is over, and Dan Carter fires back to take the ball back for the Kings. It's for Kandarisa, who's knocked that on, looking for a kick, has picked up from Scott Williams, looking to take advantage of the ref didn't see it. I mean, he awarded his try, so I mean, nothing else is very surprising. That has been for sure. It's a scrum feed for the Ironets. Yes, the Kings pick on an injury. We have an injury, which is not good at all. Looks like it might be Tide Byrne, who is sitting around on the left side of the scrum, packing down in the back row. Good scrum here for the Kings. The Ironets got the early shove, but the Kings have certainly hit back, and Danny Kerr is getting a bit excited. Danny Kerr at the back. Now he sees the ball. He goes short away to Scott Williams, who started it all with the mistake. And a good little run, one off the back of the scrum here. Now they look wide, and Banabi once more, and Banabi looking very dangerous. It's advantage, but it's play on. I'm not sure what's going on there, but it will be a penalty, and it will be for the Kings. And Daniel Carter's got the ball, and he is waiting for the captain's call, which no one really argues with Dan Carter these days. They just let him do what he likes. If he thinks he can nail it from this far away, then fair play to him. He's allowed that to happen. 12-0. The Kings lead Ionics. It's going to be something special here from Mr. Carter. It's a strong wind, and it hooks it away, but that is easily over. Oh, Daniel Carter makes up for the earlier miss with an absolute perler from good 45 metres away. As kickoff is straight back underway. Charles Piatow hacks this one over the top of the defensive line, and he chases the tackler as well. Good from Piatow, and it's back there for Kerr. Here is Byrne, and the ball's being lost. Has it been kicked or lost? I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but Ironix has got the ball back. Oh! Big tackle there, and going down, Ian Henderson makes a cruncher. Now they spread it through the back line. Matt Banahan, all alone Banahan, looking to do the secret play again from the grubber, but it comes off the defender and into touch. Well, interesting plan of attack there from Banahan. He saw the try from Scotty Williams and he said, oh, if you can do that, I can do it too. Still the injured player in the middle of the line now, which I expect is still Tide Byrne. It's given away nicely. Matt Banahan! Through the middle goes Matty Bennett! Looking out wide is Banahan! It's a chase out there, surely for someone, but it goes into touch. And for half-time, Campagnaro and Scott Williams were looking out wide. It was a great little kick from Banahan, but it does not come with any reward. So the score at half-time, Ionics 0, Kings of Rugby 15. We have the injury as well to Tide Byrne. Of course, we've got a few players as well. Possibly we are lacking because we're looking to make money this season, team. So I'll explain more of that at the end, but you may notice the reserves bench is a little bit light. And as a result, we've really got no one who can fill that void. We have loaned out a lot of players to make some money. So who is going to play in the second row or the back row? We've got no one. What do we do here? versatility. We got 3 hookers, a couple of hookers there, I should say. Oh dear, 3, 4, 5 wingers really, I guess, that can go through the whole back line. But Todd Byrne, injured. We are in a bit of strife here. We need a lock. I mean, we could put Henderson into the back row if we need to, but I guess we're just going to have to throw in someone who's got a bit of power. Who's got the best scrummaging out of all these? I guess it's probably one of the hookers, isn't it? Who's got a bit of speed as well. What do we have in that? I mean, Sean Cronin is probably, dare I say it, the best option. We're going to put, has that happened? It has happened. We're going to put Cronin on. We've only got hookers and a prop, so Cronin's got to be the man. Oops, it was pretty tempting to put a winger on there, but we'll leave it with Cronin. It's 15-0. We'll replace a forward with a forward, and we'll go on from there. 15-0. Kings lead Ionics. Dan Carter is back to halfway, looking to get the second stanza of the matchup. Opening game of Division 3 underway, and Ionics take the ball down nicely from the kickoff. Right there is Zimbanabi as they look to spread away. Oh, big line of defence here, ready and waiting for that very, very straightforward attack by Ionics. Here is Charles Piantel. Charles Piantel straight through the middle. A little grubber from Piantel. It's another try. Oh, you better believe it. Charles Piantel scores an absolute scorcher straight off the kickoff, pretty much. That was very, very good. It's what we were kind of expecting from Matt Banahan just before half-time. This time, Piantel leaves them all for dust. Far too quick. Cut the defence in half. Puts a little grubber off his left foot in. Then he's far too quick for the chasers. He regathers, dots down, and goes to celebrate with the fans. Ionics look a bit unpleased about that effort. Heads went down very quickly. That one really is a bit of a nail in the coffin of the French club here, as they were thinking, you know, they can score first. They are certainly back in this game. It's turned out very much not that way. Dan Carter. Okay, he really messed up the last one out on this left side. This time he's got it right. Very good kick from Carter. And he just gets it inside. The right hand upright, and 22-0 is the scoreline. Now it's down to Danny Keir. He's had a quiet day at the office, Keir, and he's wrapped up pretty quickly. Carter was running the decoy line. He's missed the ball, though, and it's been picked up from Onyx. Very well played. They got the ball inside the 22. They could be in trouble here, the Kings. The ball quickly goes back to Piantel, who's... Oh, he's kicked it into his own player, and now it's offside as the last player running back has... Oh, it's terrible. Who was running back? They've taken it from an offside position. Goodness me, that was absolute carnage from the Kings of Rugby. Crouch. It'll be a scrum feed, 5 metres out. For Ionics. Set. And it goes. They creep forward just a little bit. But now the Kings take over. Very strong scrum, even with Cronin in the back pocket there at the 6. And they kick it away through Danny Keir. Very good. Wow, extraordinary kick there from Keir. Absolutely pinpoint right on the 22-metre line. Or right on the, just over the 22, I should say. Right on the sideline. Beautiful kick from Keir. Still in an attacking position though. Ionics waiting, someone to make the call to jumpers. Up they go, and a vicious tackle straight back as Keir has the ball, and Keir sweeps away one defender, taken by the second, and Ian Henderson. Well, goodness me, that's a bit of a concern. He takes a box kick, and Dan Carter chases. Ian Henderson makes a tackle, and Kyle Sigler, who was the one picking up the offside ball from earlier, takes the tackle. Ball free. Kings looking to defend sharply now. That's a great run. Danny Keir has to come across and save the day. And then Banabi quickly has it behind him. Great offload. Exer out wide. Looking for depth on the runners. Get it away to Rico Ioane. first time we've seen Rico's name. He goes in behind as well. It's another foot race. It could be another try, but no one really commits to it. And it is the Onyx player who dives on the ball. 11 versus 11. Could have done better there, Rico. Oh, he took it back, did he? Oh, the call is taken back into the end goal by the Onyx player. And that is a big call from the referee. Danny Kerr will feed, and early scrum advantage goes away the defending side. Onyx get a little bit of an early nudge, but the Kings settle into their work, and now they start driving forward. Now probably 3 metres away from the line. Who's going to get this gift? It sits up now. They're going to go open side. It's there for Mikael Campagnaro, and he just drives straight over. You don't need much of an opportunity there, and Campagnaro says thank you very much. Options left, options right. Danny Kerr surveyed, and he said, you know what, Mikael, we've had a switch from 13 to 12. Have a gift. And boy, he took it. Both hands, safe and clean. And inside centre, Mikael Campagnaro scores. And midfield now looking very dangerous to go on top of the dangerous outside backs. Just charged at it, didn't he? They couldn't stop the momentum. Too quick, Campagnaro. And the scoreline extends out now to 27-0. We thought this season we might get a bit of a challenge from the better sides. But as it stands in our opening match against Onyx, who we will play twice, home and away, this is the away leg of that double fixture. Maybe in the return, Onyx will offer a little bit more. Dan Carter adds the extra 2 and scones some poor kid in the crowd. And underway we go, 29-0. Back into the action. Charles Piatel looking to break away yet again. He's in danger. It's Piatel. Danny Kerr box kicks, and box kicks nicely as well. And down to the back defensive line of Onyx as now they attack back. This is very good by Onyx. They almost get up to halfway. That is terrible, terrible stuff. That player was not expecting the ball. And you see here, he was just decoying. It was a big dive pass as well. Poor stuff from the side trailing by 29. Onyx have a lot to do here to get any respectability back in this game. A try would go nicely, but it's unlikely they will be getting anything from this. Fed from Kerr. And Danny Kerr has looked increasingly good as this game's worn on. Again, he's got options. And look at this. It's 3-on-2 on the left side, and through goes Campagnaro! Looking out wide. It's a chase there, but not taken from Bannerhand. The defender easily gathers him. Bannerhand scrags him over the sideline. It will be a line out this time for the Kings of Rugby. Two teams slowly mingle together to take their ball in. It'll be a line-out for the Kings, as throwing early and going up early at the back, and it's stolen. It's stolen, and it's a maul. Just what we don't want. How many more players can we get in there? None. We're just going to sit there and twiddle our thumbs and go backwards a couple of metres. Just hold it up. Hold it up. They've got to play it eventually. They've gained about 5 metres, and good on you, Onyx. Well done. No one really wants to watch that boring rugby. Oh, Antonio says, get out of this. This is boring rugby. We want to play up tempo. He turns it over. Goes into Rico. Rico Ioane away from one. 5 metres out. Kerr away to Antonio, who started it all. What a celebrate. What? How is he not over? He was over. Oh, I thought that was a try for sure. Rico gets it back, and Rico will score for the Kings of Rugby. Rico Ioane, a poor clearing kick, but poor old Antonio, come on. That ball is on the ground, I can see it. The hooker box kick straight into the grass. of Rieko Ioane, and Ioane is strong, Ioane is fast, and he bumped off the one defender just as he received the ball. Watch this. Look how terrible this was from the hooker. Over the top. There it was. Bang. No chance. Just he caught it. Right at his strongest was Ioane. And he dots down and he flies away. 72 gone. 34-0 is the score. Daniel Carter still takes his time to line up this important conversion. Every point is crucial. The crowd respectively wait for the kick of Carter. He's had trouble out on this right-hand side, and it continues on. Concerns of goal kicking from Daniel Carter. Into the last few minutes of this match, and Sean Cronin playing at the back row. Oh my goodness me! Cronin has been destroyed. Here is Sinker going nowhere. He tried to put the head down, but there was nothing in it for him. Out wide, Matt Banahan. Banahan again, all by himself. Oh, Banahan! He's beaten the defender just some pace. Looking to kick, he can't get it away. And Benambi on hand, quick ball. Recycled out from the Kings of Rugby. Advantage for offside. Look at them rifle through the hands. It's away for Sinkler. Sinkler's still going. Away to Rieko Ioane. Ioane in behind again. Ioane going for the corner. Ioane stopping. Ioane stepping. Ioane just 4 meters short. It's there for Kerr. Kerr goes out to Campagnaro. Numbers are there. It's Carter with a terrible pass. But Banahan waits for it patiently. And Matt Banahan will score the final say in this clash versus Ionics. Celebration for the Kings of Rugby. New division, same story. It's a thrashing. Quickly recycled ball. Campagnaro to Carter. Terrible pass from Carter, but Banahan stopped. Banahan waited, and Matty Banners all the patience he required, and he dots down uncontested. Great distribution here. That's what made it. Last man was there. Carter made hard work of it, but still, it came away very well executed. There's still 4 Kings players out there, not required. A little bit messy from the icon, the legend, that is Daniel Carter. But a win and another try going to Matty Banners. 39-0. Full time is up, and this will be surely from right in front. Another 2 to make it 41-0. A thrashing from the Kings of Rugby. And we thought could be a bit of a challenge up here, but Carter and co have made sure that that is not going to be the case. Celebrations for the Kings of Rugby. Dismay for Ionics as they go with a big donut back home to open up their Division 3 campaign this season. Could be very interesting. Will we get a challenge or not? Well, we've got 9 more matches to see if that does happen. They really didn't touch the ball, did they, Ionics? Normally we get a fairly even tackle count, which gives a good indication of ball possession. Today, very much not the case. Ionics not up to the task. 41-0, 6 tries, 4 conversions, and a penalty. 17 tackles, only 35 for the home side. And that's over double what the Kings had to make. A good win though, 41-0. We trudge on in our quest to keep the money in the positives. I'll explain more about that in just a second. Alrighty, so the Kings are off to a flying start with their first up win, a thrashing of Ionics. We have, 9 matches to go, 1 more versus Ionics and 2 against all the remaining sides in the division, which you can see on the left side. Plenty of action to come this season, so get ready for a big action-packed year. But, of course, Division 3, we have a really good side. You can tell by the ratings that we are still much the better team. So what we are trying to do, if you tune into the last match of Division 4, you would have seen overall we were about, from memory, about 40k still in debt, which is something I don't want to end this season with, because there's always that chance that we go bankrupt, which we don't want to happen. That is definitely not what we want to happen. Of course, we get bonuses for finishing whatever position in our crowd attendances and that, but they don't count during the season. I want to go into the off season this year with a positive bank balance. which is why you may notice on the left side we have those 3 extra players, Liam Gill, Nia Adualukin and Kyle Godwin, all out on loan. Now, you will notice on this right-hand side, where is it? Match 1 there. That's, I'm not quite sure what the top of it means here, but we did loan out some players, like Dylan Lades. Who else did we loan out? We loaned out quite a few players, actually, which were missing from our bench. That doesn't exactly tell us who we missed out, but we did loan out Tommy Bowe. We loaned out Kieran Brooks. We loaned out Via Fafita. That's about it. I think it was our highest rated guys, and we've halved that deficit in 1 round. So I'm going to keep doing that to get into a profit, and then we're going to hit the market and try and loan some big guys for a game or 2. Now, some comments mention guys like Anthony Watson. Now, the reason we haven't signed guys like Anthony Watson is because it costs 200k per match. Now, our whole squad is only just over $1 mil, 1.4 mil or something along those lines. So Watson was pretty much going to be, 15% of our whole season's financial play. So we can't afford that, but we could loan him 1 game for 40,000. So, of course, that's not going to be great just for 1 game, but we do have 10. So it's good if we get a couple of these guys in later on, rather than having them for just the 1 match. So my thinking possibly could be to mix it up in the future seasons with different players throughout, so we could have a couple of weak spots in the side and just fill them in with various players, see who we'd like the look of. I mean, there's a lot of good guys here. Guys like Hogg were mentioned, which there he is there, Stuart Hogg. Again, 145,000, but we could loan him for 30k. We can roll in a good 20k per match, loaning out rubbish good players and bringing in rubbish players just to fill the bench. Now, we've got to be careful of injury, because remember, Tide Byrne did get injured, and I didn't really set up a very good bench. I just got the weakest guys and the cheapest guys I could. So Cronin will go back onto the bench, and maybe we'll swap those 2 around, just because it annoys me, even though Byrne can play in the back row. But that's what I'm kind of playing with at the moment. Guys like Fafita, Bowe, can just get a little bit of a sit-out for a few matches this season, make a bit of money, and get a few names here and there in throughout the season, because this team is very good. It is too good for this division, as we're seeing by results, but I feel we are going to get caught up on as the seasons go through. So that's my plan. Maybe get in another little centre. I know Williams and Capagnaro going very good. Ioane's very good out there. Banahan is very nice out there. Maybe put a bit of Pietau into the back line as well. Get another fullback. A lot of options. We'll see what we do throughout the season. But first things first, we've got to get that deficit down. So that is priority number 1. So we can go into next season, hopefully in Division 2. And I always push that button wrong. With a bit of money in the bank. And we can do a little bit more throughout the year. So as I said earlier, 10 matches this season. You can see at the top. This is our second. So let's poll through these. And you look at the ratings. These teams are rated around 70. We're mid-70s, so maybe in Division 2 the challenges will come our way. But there's your fixtures on the right. You can see who we've got coming up over the next few rounds. But for now, a great start to the season. A big 41-0 thrashing over Ionic. So we're back for our next match very, very soon. Thanks for tuning and watching. Hope you're enjoying the Rugby 18 content with the King's Rugby back on your screens. I'll see you very soon for more in Division number 3. Until then, take care.